New hope, new aspirations, same drama. It is a pleasure to welcome everyone back to a new season. Everything building now towards the imminent kickoff. Cagliari against Napoli. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Cagliari against Napoli. So it's away we go then. None shall pass, that's the message there. Played it early. Napoli start a new era under a new manager. Someone making his senior managerial debut. So given your extensive football knowledge, Jim, what do you think?
I think it's sink or swim time for him, Peter, an appointment that seems to split opinion amongst the supporters, but they can play a part in getting right behind him and the team, and who knows, a decent start, and it could have the desired impact.
Alan. Kirikesh. Hamšík. Lorenzo Insigne. Oh, well intercepted, really alert to the danger. It's a long forward pass. It was a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Now the pass, drilled in low. Defence has got rid of that.
It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them, because it needs livening up.
Alan tries to stroke it through. And the counter is on. Tries a through ball. Looks to slip it through. Crosses in a low one. Tries the route one option. Hamšík. Koulibaly. Now it's Insigne. Played out to the wing. Fawzi Ghulam. Towering header! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, the keeper ended up a spectator there. He was wrong-footed and stranded, and for me, I think he was left praying.
It's a loose ball. Played out to the right. Knocks it towards the front. Alan. And it's Ghulam. Lorenzo Insigne. Spoon forward. Pushes it out wide. Passes it through. Timely intervention. And he has been fouled there. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Koulibaly. Karir. Koulibaly. Hamšík. That has put a stop to that. Forward it goes. Looks like a good ball through. Looks like a good ball through. Chance to squeeze it through. No, not quite. Hamšík. Allen. Still waiting for the first goal. Karir. Play for a throw. Hoists it high. Away from immediate danger. Clears it out of harm's way. Tries a through ball, aimed long and direct, looks to slip it through. Karir. Who's going to make this theirs? And the half-time whistle goes. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
After 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time.
Napoli playing well with lots of opportunities and plenty positives to take from the first half. Despite this scoreline, converting chances would make a world of difference for them.
Allen. Gulam. Allen gets his foot in there, passes it through. And the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Gulam. Lorenzo Insigne. And it's Insigne. Hamšík. Koulibaly. Allen. Hamšík. Koulibaly. Allen. Koulibaly is effectively being marked out of the game here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Hamšík. We're still waiting for a goal to report here. Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Tries to get it forward quickly. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Allen pumps it upfield. Spoon forward. Oh, we're still waiting for the first goal of the season here. Goes long. Shapes the shoot! It's there! You've got to say, the odds on him missing from there were very slim.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Karir draw first blood here.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Karir. He's come them loose. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Napoli are now matching their opponents blow for blow despite the scoreline. No shrinking violets out there.
Tries a long pass towards the front. Well positioned to make that interception. Now the pass. Oh, good interception. Jorginho. Looks to slip it through. Steered in. Header! Danger averted for now. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. He's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Got a chance from here, but not the kindest angle. Insigne. Played into the middle. In again. Ball is over the line. Napoli have a sub ready to come on.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Pumps it forwards. Through to the goalkeeper. Gulam. Hamshik. Are desperately seeking an equaliser on opening day. Mertens.
Napoli are not functioning with the cutting edge they need. We're seeing too much passing and not enough reward. It's time for more drive and certainly for more penetration.
Looks to dink one in. 5 minutes left on the clock. Napoli are running out of time to save themselves. And it's Allen. Allen looking for options. Higuain's cross. That's well blocked and back out it comes.
Napoli may think they're going about this in the right way, but not if a series of passes is leading to no end product. They have to add the incision.
Allen. And back out it comes. And that is that. Napoli have gone down in the opening game here. A big disappointment for those who've so looked forward to it. But there is plenty of time to turn it round. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, what a disappointing way to start a new campaign. All that pre-season grafting in building up to this, and the points slip away. Game number 2 will take on an added importance now.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. The teams then, Crotone against Napoli. Felipe, his first start here, how do you read it, Jim?
Well, there's a versatility about him, and we may see him deployed in 2 or 3 positions, but it'll be interesting to see where he starts here and whether he's an instant hit or not.
So the 2 starting lineups, and that gets things running. Well positioned to make that interception. Napoli are still to get up and running after defeat on the opening day. Now's the chance to launch their season. Mertens. Tries to get it forward quickly. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Allen. Long and high towards the flank. Clears it out of harm's way. And it's Allen. Felipe pumps it into the area. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Koulibaly. Felipe. Now it's Mertens. Hamsik. Mertens. Mertens cross. Keeper's got good distance on that. Higuain. Must score! Pumps it upfield. Looks like a good ball through. There's no flag!
Felipe really seems to have come of age.
What makes you say that, Jim?
Well, the penny seems to have dropped. He's making better decisions now, and I think he's fitter and stronger than ever.
Mertens pings it out wide. It's a good-looking cross. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Aimed long and direct. Allen gets it back. Higuain. And it's Allen. Spoon forward. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. Felipe passes it through. Too long, and over the line. Tries a long pass towards the front. Jorginho pumps it forwards. Mertens. That's gone a long way up and away. That intervention was very necessary. Good clearance and very necessary. Felipe. Looks to slip it through. Massive leap! And he's straight offside.
Yeah, the cross was decent, but probably should have been dealt with defensively. At least he was nice and alert. But you have to say that it was made even easier because of the marking. It just wasn't tight enough.
Plays it out to the wing. Tries a through ball. Played it out wide, but the less said about that pass, the better. Koulibaly. Hamsik. Hamsik. Now the pass. Goal! Napoli! Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Napoli take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Hamsik. Who's going to make this theirs? Raul Albiol. Felipe. Napoli are ahead here. It has been a good half for them. Mertens. Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Yeah, and he probably didn't get the cleanest of contacts there either. You know, I think he went for too much power with his header.
Karir, he's tried one! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
I think there's always that danger that the defence can get exploited in that way. That must have served as a real wake-up call to them.
It so nearly came off for him.
I would agree. It's tremendous play. He's full of belief and imagination and hard to contain.
That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Mertens passes it through, and he's on his way! Gets good distance on it. Cut out in the nick of time. And the half-time whistle goes. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, the advantage might be a slender one, but all the evidence points to a much more successful second half. They've got so much power compared to this opposition, and it's just a case of finding that extra gear, and I think they'll power on through.
Napoli leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
Boots it upfield. Raul Albiol. Allen. Raul Albiol. Jorginho gets into the right position to intercept. Hamsik. Jorginho. Thrust towards the front line. Dashing forward at pace. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Raul Albiol. Napoli are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Karir. Decent ball. He's dealt with that well. Tried the volley, but no.
Well, no doubt if he'd sacrificed some of the power he was trying to put into that and favour better technique, then I think he might have had more joy.
Will be a throw-in. Managed to get it away. Throw-in. Karir. And back out it comes.
Crotone have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Felipe with a good steal, well played. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Plays it in. Defender's on the back foot. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. And it's Karir. Karir with the ball through, gets into some space. No, that's not going to find its target. Allen plays it out to the flank, belts it on the volley. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Mertens looking to play it into the box. Mertens. Karir is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Yeah, Peter, and it looks like this defence will go tooth and nail to prevent him from getting another.
Keeps everyone guessing. Looks like a good ball through. Felipe. And it's Karir. Tries lifting it over, and he's cut it out. It'll be a corner. Header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. It's a long forward pass. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Felipe, who's set up one goal so far. He's made sure that that won't get through. Gets it upfield. Napoli just have to run down the clock. Karir, who's made his mark on this game. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Jorginho. What a throw in. Needed a better pass there. Higuain tries a through ball. Higuain! Oh, taken with style. Oh, offside.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Keeper's got good distance on that. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And it's Higuain. Looks to slip it through. Tries to stroke it through. Has a swing at it! Oh, great save, real class.
Oh, much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
In with a header! And with that, the final whistle. Napoli win it by the only goal. Result, no question, the most important thing, however it came. Final score, 1-0.
Look, it's a very fine win, but for me, the defence has been terrific in holding on to that lead.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. So a warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete. And our live game is Napoli against Fiorentina. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
I'm going to go for the Slovakian Hamšík. Easily one of the more productive, creative players on show and likely to be at the hub of all things attack. He's a scorer of important goals too, and I hope he doesn't let me down now that I've given him the big mention.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Aimed in towards the centre. He can get that clear. Alan. Kayahon. Oh, good interception. Looks to dink one in. Away from immediate danger. And it's Kalinic. Out to the left it goes. He's off on a marauding run. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Hamšík. He's picked him out. There's a move that looked promising, but eventually thwarted without doing any harm. Josip Ilicic passes it through. Alan. Napoli won a tight game last time out and look to build on that. Keeper's ball. And it's Kalinic. Fiorentina are dealing with this indeterminate start, both games drawn so far. Fiorentina get it back again. Pumps it upfield. Valero. Blaszczykowski. Ilicic. Speculative strike. And he's there to make a great save.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Well positioned to make that interception. Tries a through ball. Looks like a good ball through. Kalinic. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Koulibaly. Hamšík plays it out to the wing. Roncalio. Oh, no, that's not the ball he wanted. Story. Decent looking ball. Felipe. And it's Hamšík. Alan. Jorginho. Looks to slip it through. Oh, decisive action by the goalkeeper. He knew he had to get that done. And that's clear cut. It's a free kick. So who can spark this game into life? Koulibaly. Half-time getting close now. Good idea, just poorly executed. Roncalio. Pascual. Josip Ilicic. Now the pass. Hamšík. And we've reached half-time. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, the manager's surely got to look for one or two creative changes now. They need some service up front.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. Here we go again.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, we'll need to see more energy and invention early on.
Koulibaly. Jorginho with the ball through. Over it comes. And he gobbles up the chance! Oh, that's not going to count. And we go again.
Yeah, the assistant called it correctly. There's some disagreement, as usual, but they've got it right.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Played out to the right. Now the pass. Karir looking to get on the end of this. In it goes! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Well, that defence just wasn't expecting their midfield to mess up then, so when they did, they were caught completely cold by such a swift breakaway and such a well-worked finish too.
Napoli break the deadlock.
Oh, half-time has been a blessing for this team. You know, what a great start to the second half.
Kalinic.
That's good defence. Plain and simple, good defence. They refuse to allow a turn.
Jorginho. Koulibaly. And it's Hamšík. Alan is now the subject of some adhesive marking.
Look, stopping him is imperative. It may not eliminate trouble, but it'll reduce it.
Badel can hoist it clear. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Now it's Karir who's going to make this theirs. And the through ball is intercepted. Karir. Another piece of really good defending. Promising cross. It's well blocked and back out it comes. That's not going to find its target. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition, and I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Fiorentina keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Hamšík. Looks like a good ball through. Lorenzo Insigne looking to get on the end of this. Overhit and out of play. Alan gets it back. Alan crosses it square. It's Hamšík. Now surely. Gorgeous from Lorenzo Insigne. A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
I just think it's clever positioning from clever movement, and when all of that is synchronised with the right pass, that's what happens.
Fiorentina have decided now is the time to make their final change. Napoli take a two-goal lead, and things should be comfortable from here on in.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Well, not only can a player of such high calibre show the imagination to set up a goal, but he can also produce when the pressure's on to deliver a big moment. This guy was born to create.
Looks to slip it through. Lorenzo Insigne. Insigne delivers. And that's been repelled. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Insigne. Timely intervention. And it's Felipe. He's dealt with that well. Koulibaly. Now it's Hamšík. Higuaín's cross. Ilicic. Valero passes it through, and he's whipped it in low. Big relief, it just needed better contact. Jorginho. Koulibaly. Hamšík. Felipe, and it's Insigne. Koulibaly gets into the right position to intercept. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Koulibaly. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Lorenzo Insigne pumps it into the area. And time is up. Napoli emerge victorious here, and it's no more than they deserve. They were simply the better team. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
At times it was like Groundhog Day because of their continuous success in using width as the best route to goal. It worked a treat and it looked a treat. Another point I can make is that the foundations for this win were placed near both touchlines because they were able to build.